What's up, guys? In this video, I'm going to go over a full upper body home workout you can do at home, even if you don't have any equipment. So let's get into it. This is the quick outline of the exercises I'll get you guys to do. In a second, I'll show you exactly how to do each one so you're not confused at all. And the way you're going to go about this is you're going to exercise for 30 seconds, rest for 30 seconds, then move on to the next. Then exercise for 30 seconds, rest for 30 seconds, move on to the next. After you do that 3 times, so for 3 rounds. And I suggest you do that 2, 3, even 4 times a week if you can. The more you do it, the better, honestly. But minimum 2, ideally. And after the second week, instead of exercising for 30 seconds, exercise for 40 seconds, then rest for 30 seconds, move on to the next exercise. Exercise for 40 seconds, rest for 30 seconds, move on to the next exercise. And if every week you increase by 10 seconds, you'll continue to get great results. So, without further ado, let me show you exactly how everything works. Firstly, knee push-ups. This targets your chest. You want to have your palms about shoulder width apart, not too far out, not too close, and you want to have your knees hip width apart and avoid arching or sagging your back. So you don't want to, hump the floor. You don't want to curve your back so that ruins your back. You want to have it straight. So notice how from the back of my knees to the top back of my head, it's a straight line the entire time. Right? This is important. Also, you can place a mat, pillow, or towel under your knees to ease pressure. So I just have a mat, but if your knees hurt, just place a pillow. It will feel a lot better that way. Cool. So that's the first one. Next, we have wall slides. This targets your upper back. Now, a lot of people screw this up, so it's definitely important that you do this correctly because it's very easy to do this exercise incorrectly and you won't feel anything. So you want to have your feet hip width apart and your ankles, butt, back, shoulders, and back of your head all touching the wall. Your lower back doesn't have to touch the wall. It probably won't, but just everything else, make sure to touch the wall. And start with your elbows at 90 degrees and bring your arms touching all the way up till your thumbs touch together and back down. And the key here is think about puffing your chest out and shoulder blades back. If you just do this, you won't feel anything. But make a tiny adjustment of puffing chest out, shoulder blades back. Think about squeezing your shoulder blades together as you go down. You'll feel this a lot in your upper back. Fantastic exercise, improves your posture as well. So definitely do this. Next, we have Supermans. If you ever have lower back pain, it's probably because your lower back is not strong enough. This will fix that. So you want to lie on your stomach and raise your hands and legs as high as you feel comfortable. Some people, if they raise it too high, then it hurts their back. We want to work our lower back, but we don't want to hurt it. So don't overdo this. But the key is to look down or straight, whatever doesn't strain your neck. Because if you do this, your neck will get strained. We don't want that. And you want to hold for a second and back down. Hold and back down. If this hurts too much, then just do opposite arm and leg, raise it up, hold, then back down and alternate. So only raise your right hand and your left leg, hold for a second, go back down. Then only raise your right leg and left arm, hold for a second and back down. That's only if this is too intense for you. But try this out, too intense, go back to only one arm, one leg. After that, we have chair dips. If you don't have a chair, get a couch, a table, literally anything. It doesn't matter. The lower the surface, the more difficult it is. The higher the surface, the easier it is. You can find anything that's sturdy, right? You don't want to obviously break whatever you're holding. And you want to make sure your elbows are pointing straight behind you. The closer your feet are to you, the easier it is. So this is easier. If I straighten my legs here, that is more difficult. And you want to make sure you go slowly. If you just go quick, you won't really feel anything. But if you go down till your elbows are at 90 degrees, then you'll fully feel your triceps. So this works your triceps, the back of your arm. Next, we have shoulder taps. So you can tap your right shoulder with your left hand and then your left shoulder with your right hand. And you want to try to keep your body stable and not sway too much. You don't be swinging like this when you do this. You want to control as you do this. To make it easier, you can widen your stance. So instead of having your feet close, you can have your feet wide. And to make it easier than that, you can simply have your knees on the ground if that's too much. And again, much like the knee push-up, you can have a mat, a pillow, whatever you want under your knees, and then just do shoulder taps. Obviously, as I said, this works your shoulders. Now, so far we targeted our shoulders with the shoulder taps, we targeted our triceps with the chair dips, we targeted lower back with Supermans, we targeted upper back with wall slides, and we targeted our chest with the push-ups. So we worked out pretty much everything except the biceps, which is why next we have the bicep curls. So biceps being the front of your arm, right? The chair dips targets your triceps, the back of your arm. This targets your biceps, the front of your arm. For this, you would need equipment. It's not possible to work out your biceps directly without equipment. However, bands are extremely affordable. You can find them anywhere, even order from Amazon. So I highly recommend you get bands. Now, for bicep curls, the key is to stand on the band shoulder width apart. If you just stand with one leg, that makes it easier. The wider you stand, the more difficult it is because there's more resistance on the band. And you want to have an upright posture. You don't want to be slouching. And the main point is to keep your elbows close to your body as you can and make the bend back up and slowly back down. Go as slow as possible on the way down. And notice how my elbows are pretty much touching the sides of my stomach the entire time. They're very close. I'm not swaying around or swinging around. And if you don't have bands, you can do dumbbell bicep curls. So the exact same idea. Again, the main key is to keep your elbows touching the sides of your ribs the entire time while having your palms facing up. So notice how my elbow does not move. It's in the exact same place the entire time. Now, I know I said that I pretty much showed you how to work everything except biceps. However, even though I showed you how to work the front of your shoulder, this works the sides of your shoulder. And for this, if you have a band, you can do lateral raises. So again, you can sit on the band, grab the band with palms facing in front of you. So not like this, but like this. And you want to keep your legs down straight, go until the band is at the ear level and slowly back down. So this level and slowly back down. Again, this works the sides of your shoulders. Shoulder taps works the front of your shoulders. This works the sides of your shoulders. And finally, before I get into that, again, same thing with dumbbells. So as you can see, knees slightly bent, lean forward, pause for a second, hold, slowly back down. And for dumbbells, you don't have to keep it to ear level. You can go slightly below. You can go about like shoulder height and then go back down. And again, ear level, pause for a second, slowly back down. Finally, final exercise is seated row. So with the wall slides, we walked upper back. With Supermans, we walked lower back. This walks the middle of your back. So again, grab your band, palms facing toward each other, squeeze your shoulders together, hold, then slowly come back. And same thing with dumbbells, same idea. So hip width apart, knee slightly bent, bend your back at 45 degrees. This is probably the most crucial point. Most people either curve the back. Notice how my back is straight. It's neutral. It's not curved. And I'm pretty much horizontal. I'm almost parallel to the ground. Many people do this standing vertically. It doesn't work. It's not going to hit your back. The more vertical you can make, the more horizontal you can make your back, the more parallel you can make your back to the ground, the more you'll feel it. If your trunk is vertical, you won't feel it as much. So same idea for both. You want to squeeze the shoulder blades together and slowly bring the dumbbells back down. And obviously, if you guys want to sustainably lose weight without going to the gym, message me weight loss on X or Twitter, because this, even though is a great plan to begin with, it's not customized. It doesn't take into account your fitness level, what equipment you have, how much time you have, and past present injuries, any of that. However, I definitely suggest you do this. This would get you in a good rhythm. But if you want something more customized to really enhance your results, accelerate your results, as well as accountability, as well as nutrition, then go ahead and message me weight loss, apply for my one-on-one coaching, and we'll see if us working together makes sense. All right, that's it. See you guys.